So I learned about this person because of my job. I was trying to research Hispanic people for a bulletin board. And I don't know how I didn't know this, but it's synchronicity because I did that, and then they ended up putting her like on this big poster thing. She's on two different, I think she's in the, when you go into the, where I work, they put some like famous people. One's LeBron, but one's her, and a couple of different, there's like a scientist. Anyways, Ochoa, born May 10th, 1958, is an American engineer, former astronaut, and former director of the Johnson Space Center. In 1993, Ochoa became the first Hispanic woman to go to space when she served on a 9-day mission aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery. Ochoa became director of the center upon the retirement of the previous director, Michael Coates, on December 31st, 2012. He was like, yo, she's about to pop off a mouth. She was the first Hispanic director and the second female director of Johnson Space Center. Early life and education. Man, shout out to Wikipedia, bro. People hate on Wikipedia, but Ellen Lowry Ochoa was born, like I said, but it was in LA, because I was going to say the date again. Was born in LA, California, to Joseph and Roseanne Dorf. I guess the mom was something else. Joseph Ochoa. So the dad was Hispanic. Her paternal grandparents immigrated from Sonora, Mexico to Arizona and later to California, where her father was born. He grew up in La Mesa, California. Ochoa was the middle child of 5 and neither parent had college degrees. Ochoa graduated from Grossmont High School in El Cajon in 1975. Her parents divorced when she was in high school and she lived with her mother and her brothers. Ochoa received a Bachelor of Science degree in physics from San Diego State University and graduated Pi Beta Kappa in 1980, before earning a Master of Science degree and a doctorate from Stanford Department of Electrical Engineering in 81 and 85, respectively. During her time at San Diego State University, she found that she loved physics, math, and engineering, ultimately deciding to major in physics and electrical engineering from Stanford. Man, there's some water. Did I finish my water? Let me get another water, guys. Awesome. Sorry. How unprofessional. Research and career. As a doctoral student at Stanford and later as a researcher at Sandia National Laboratories and the NASA Arms Research Center, Ochoa investigated optical systems for performing information processing. At the NASA Ames Research Center, she led a research group primarily on optical systems for automated space exploration. Space exploration. At Sandia National Laboratory, she applied what she knew about optics to the research being done on nuclear weapons. She patented an optical system to detect defects in a repeating pattern and is a co-inventor on 3 patents for an optical inspection system, an optical object recognition method, and a method for noise removal in images. Bro, so she's not just an astronaut. She's a scientist. She's an inventor. Ochoa was enticed by optical... I wonder if there's a movie. There's got to be a movie that needs to be made about it. Ochoa was enticed by optical systems and committed to improving its applications for performing information processing. She wanted to help computers see. NASA later recognized her methods and optics could be used in fabricating, such as inspecting for flaws, or might be used on a space vehicle such as the rover. As chief of the Intelligence Systems Technology branch at Ames, she supervised 35 engineers and scientists in the research and development of computational systems for aerospace missions. Ochoa was presented numerous papers at technical conferences and in scientific journals. She's presented numerous papers. NASA, in 85, she sent an application for NASA Astronaut program, which was considered during the 87 process. She got the interview, wasn't selected, but she got accepted in 90. She became astronaut in 91 of July. This is cool because it comes out to Capcom. Her technical assignments in the astronaut office include serving as the crew representative for flight software, computer hardware, and robotics. Assistant for space station to the chief of the astronaut office, led spacecraft communicator, Capcom, in mission control, and acted as the deputy chief of the astronaut office. She became the first woman to go to space, first Hispanic woman to go to space. When she served on a 9-day mission aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery in 1993. I was 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 4 years old. The purpose of the shuttle mission was to study the Earth's ozone layer. A veteran of 4 space flights, Ochoa has logged nearly 1,000 hours in space. She was a mission specialist in 93, was payload commander and mission specialist and flight engineer in 2002. Ochoa was in mission control during the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster. If you don't know what that was like some students and a teacher were up in a spaceship. I think they were going to the atmosphere and exploding. She was one of the first personnel informed of television coverage showing Columbia's disintegration. From 2007, after retiring from, shout out to 2007, that's when I graduated. Retiring from spacecraft operations, Ochoa served as deputy director of NASA's Johnson Space Center, helping to manage and direct the astronaut office and aircraft operations. On January 1st, 2013, Ochoa became the first Hispanic and second female director of the Johnson Space Center. National service. She was named vice chair of the National Science Board for the 2018-20 term. She currently chairs a committee evaluating nominations for the National Medal of Technology and Innovation. Her husband is an intellectual property attorney, so he's smart. They got 2 sons. She's a classical flutist, played with the Stanford Symphony Orchestra. She's a musician, once receiving the Student Soloist Award. When she was an undergraduate at San Diego State University, she played the flute for 2 years as part of the university marching band, for 5 years as a member of the university wind ensemble. Isn't that weird that wind and wind are the same spelling, but you just know because of the context clues? She took a flute with her on her first mission to space. Man, she got some recognition. They named a school after her. Couple schools, several schools, a lot of schools, several awards. She was featured in the 2019 episode Astronaut Ellen Ochoa of the children's television program Birdie Jet Go. Yeah, she don't have a book yet. She don't have a movie. She needs both of those. Both of them. Both of them. Shout out to Ellen Ochoa in space, where I try to be every evening. We'll be right back with the freestyle of the week. Yo.